Hollywood's struggling. Hollywood is dying. It's either that 1% where you get the Oppenheimer. You either get those wonderful, great movies, and you get like that 1% of like awesome actors that, you know, or you're getting the younger group that, God bless them, you know, like that they're being just manufactured to be in that 1%. But what happens when you do that is you're losing art. You're losing soul.
I definitely see a wave of people that are tired of Hollywood and whatever goes on in there, which I'm hoping you can give me some insight into. But what I do see is these, I don't know if what you would call them production companies maybe, but these smaller, like more boutique-ish type production companies like the Daily Wire, like Angel Studios seems to be coming out with some, I mean,
amazing.
the Sound of Freedom was amazing.
Yes, that was great.
And I guess they got another one coming out here soon that has to do with I think it's do you know about it? Is it the foster care system or the adoption system or something?
I didn't know if it was already out or not, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. And I think I've had a couple people say that they've seen it and they absolutely love it. Angel Studios is putting out some real quality stuff. I feel like our little Western had a lot going against it, but I think it's still, I'm proud of it. I'm proud of under the circumstances that we were under. I think that we put a nice Western out there. And then Daily Wire is doing something called the Pentagon Cycle, which I think is just going to be an absolute, I'm so excited. I mean, I'm excited for those actors. I'm excited for those actresses. They got to travel to Rome. They got to travel to Budapest. They got to, use their accents and get into character. And Jeremy Boring is an absolute phenomenal storyteller. And I can only imagine the type of director he could be, because I've seen his delivery on scripts and he is very, very, I saw a picture of him on his Instagram and I was like, he's shining because this is where he's supposed to be. And so, there's no bad blood between me and the Daily Wire. Angel Studios has never contacted me, but I support those two companies full-heartedly because they're giving other people an option to not have to, do things that compromise their beliefs. Mm-hmm. And it's beautiful. So I'm more excited about these little superstars that are going to come out of these shows.
Yeah.
And then they're going to get contacted by Hollywood and they're going to have to make their decisions and, see if they're going to stick to their values or not, because they will be faced with all of it.
You think Hollywood will pick them up?
Oh, yeah. Hollywood's struggling. Hollywood is dying. It's either that 1% where you get the Oppenheimer. Is that Oppenheimer? Mm-hmm. You either get those wonderful, great movies, and you get like that 1% of like awesome actors that, or you're getting the younger group that, God bless them, like that they're being just manufactured to be in that 1%. But what happens when you do that is you're losing art. You're losing soul. Like everything that we love about watching films is like watching somebody's soul come out. And when you train that too hard out of a person, all actors start looking the same. There's only so many Leonardo DiCaprio movies you can watch. There's only so many accents you can do. He's awesome. He's amazing. But you know what I mean? Like you want, in my opinion, you want to keep art free. Mm-hmm. And right now they're manufacturing everything so that they can control it. And that goes from writers, directors to, actors. And that's why we're struggling that way. And we're struggling where were the musicians throughout COVID? Where were the rappers? Where was freaking Tupac? Where were these people that were saying, no, we're not doing this? They were getting paid off to say, go put this in your arm and put a muzzle over your face. And it's very obvious now who benefited from the lockdowns, who the ones who shut their mouth still have the jobs and, you know, worked their way up. And the ones who struggled are the ones that said something, had to restart their lives, got kicked out of their jobs, lost, you know, family members, lost human beings, and didn't cower to these large corporations. So it's very, very black and white now, where there used to be a lot more middle ground. So hopefully Daily Wire, Angel Studios, and, you know, like what I'm doing, I'm a Lone Ranger, not surprising, but I'm gonna do my own thing since I apparently don't really fit anywhere. I'm not woke, and then I'm not, you know, I guess I'm not like conservative enough. I'm somewhere strangely in this middle ground.
Just being true to yourself.
Yeah.
There's not very many people like that left.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, though, would you be, I mean...
Would I have it any other way?
Yeah. I mean...
Looking back, no. But it's been hard. It's been lonely. But it also changed my perspective on... they can't... I see it all now. You know, I want to say all of it, but I see it for what it is now. And it's...
You know, I'm kind of going through a thing right now, actually, with the show that we're releasing today. It's going to release in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I heard you.
And
I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, it's well, I went and interviewed. This isn't about me, so I'm just going to breeze through this. But I went and interviewed the commander of the Afghan resistance in Vienna. And because I want the truth about what happened with the withdrawal.
Yes.
And he has warnings for the U.S., and the U.S. has blacklisted him. The State Department blacklisted him. These are the guys that the SEALs, the Green Berets, the Special Ops units trained and worked alongside with for 20 fucking years, just to watch Biden and his administration abandon them, and not only abandon them, but I mean their wives are being raped, their daughters are being raped, their sons are being killed and raped, and they are assassinating these guys, and just one by one, and they can't even. I mean, we didn't even burn anything in that country when we left. That usually there would be like we would destroy classified material. Well, we had biometrics, we had photos, we had retina scans, we had everything of our allies, because you know, for a Westerner to go into an Arab country, you can't tell people apart. You know, it's hard. So that's how you do it.
Was on purpose that we didn't burn anything?
I don't know. You know, I wasn't there.
Because now that same stuff is being used.
So now they're using that. They can walk around with these cameras, go door to door, take a picture, and it will tell you, you know, ew, this is so-and-so who is part of the Afghan Special Forces working alongside, you know, this SF group. And anyway, so I wanted to expose that, and I've been kind of on a trail of doing that, and I get worried, you know, because nobody else is doing this shit.
Yeah.
I worry about my family. I worry about, and I talked to this gentleman. His name's Scott Van. He's a retired lieutenant colonel in the Green Berets, and I call him as a sounding board, and he's like, I told him, you know, I feel like very alone. Nobody else is doing this. And you know, this comes with a price. And he said, when you do the right thing, when nobody else is doing it, it feels very alone. No matter where you're watching Shawn Ryan Show from, if you get anything out of this, please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share this everywhere you possibly can. And if you're feeling extra generous, please leave us a review on Apple and Spotify podcasts.